You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The Herons are champs. Yeah. Roll south to Freedom Park, rocking pink and black. Official tissue in the 305, bounty full of grapes. The Battered Fan with Chris and Dan dropping hot takes. Messi and the Herons start the season with a star on the crest, so 29 fan bases can cry, cause we the best. Sign homegrowns like Noah, Frey and Ruiz, replacing goats with greats. Yeah, Miles got the cheese and he called it. Freedom to dream was the backbone. From Lockhart to Miami, it feels good to be at home. Multiple times a week on YouTube and audio. Take the time to subscribe, like and share the show. So check and chat, grab your MLS cup and coming. No question about it, I'm ready to get a star again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 545 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I still have yet to buy a new computer, so patience and bear with me, please.
Soccer Daddy. Yeah, it's been a while.
Suppose it was my to-do list.
Oh God, Jesus, your computer is such. It's terrible. Your computer is terrible. What's going on, Miami sports?
Should I try to get out again?
No. I'm sure it'll improve as the show goes on. What's the point? You know it's gonna happen. You haven't bought a new one. Rent one or something. Same old Aggie, Chris. So we're back. We haven't been here in a little over a week, right? I think since the end of the first half of the season.
Oh man, bad.
We've come on here. We've come on here like 3 or 4 times maybe. So we've been off quite a bit. Reason being, well, Chris has been traveling around the world. Good Heat shirt. Yeah, shout out to you. I got the number 7. I mean, it's not the Giannis number 7. This is the Lamar Odom number 7, but you get what I'm doing. And also, Battered Heat fans. For anybody watching that's a Miami sports fan and you're a Heat fan, or you're just a Heat fan from anywhere, check out Battered Heat fans. We've been dropping episodes. Yeah, episode number 100 yesterday, actually. Dropped episode 101 this morning. So
I need the code, Danny. Text me the code.
Okay. So for anybody that is a Heat fan, make sure you tune into that. And Battered soccer fans, because Chris and I have been talking just overall World Cup. So make sure that you check that out also. All right. So 871-471. So we've been off a while.
Hold on. 8714 what?
471. So we've been off for a while. Chris has been traveling the world. I've gone out of town twice. I've been MIA for a little bit. But while Chris tries to figure out whatever he's figuring out, I guess I'll take this moment to do something real quick, or to mention something that happened over the weekend. So I went to Washington, D.C. over the weekend. And for my daughter's birthday, she turned 10. And we took her to see the Washington Spirit because she's a very big Trinity Rodman fan. So, and shout out to every city that has a women's team for the NWSL, because Miami is lacking, because we should have one also. But because we don't, we traveled to Washington, D.C. to check out Trinity Rodman. Awesome game. She had a brace. She scored the winning goal in the 94th minute. Very cool experience. Now, I also want to shout out to Los Hombres podcast for DC United. I hit them up, told them that I was going, and they told me where I could possibly go if I wanted a chance of possibly meeting Trinity Rodman and maybe getting an autograph for my daughter. I don't want to go through the whole story because it's a long story. It's up and downs. But long story short, my wife gets down to field level where there's a bunch of people waiting for Trinity Rodman. And she meets this lady who she asked for a Sharpie for, just in case she gets the chance to meet Trinity Rodman. This lady told my wife, I got you. I'm going to help you meet Trinity Rodman. And long story short, she did. My daughter met Trinity Rodman. Very cool. She met her. She took a picture with her. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because while they were talking and they were trying to figure out how to get to Trinity Rodman, this lady found out we were from Miami. I wasn't there. It was just my wife. She went down with my daughter. And she told my wife that she's a big Inter Miami fan and that they've driven down here to watch Inter Miami games and Messi and all that other stuff. My wife left, but she regrets not getting this lady's information. So we're throwing a Hail Mary. Because apparently they're big Inter Miami fans, we're hoping by some miracle, maybe they watch the show. And maybe somebody that lives in Washington knows this person because this is her. This is the best picture we got. But my wife is so thankful because that was the highlight of the weekend. By far, meeting Trinity Rodman. We'd really like to reach out to this lady and thank her. Because if she ever comes down, we'd like to give her our tickets so she can kind of watch the game from the first row. Because she really helped us out. And we have no way of finding her, contacting her. So we figure we throw a Hail Mary and put it out here just because we know that they're big Inter Miami fans. And if by chance anybody here is in the Washington area and knows this person that was over there for the Washington Spirits game and really helped out my wife and really was awesome, wanted to just take that chance to throw that Hail Mary out there. So that was it. We're really appreciative because it made my daughter's meeting your idol, and can you imagine? So all right, that was it. So I took the time while you were doing whatever you're doing, Chris, to put that out there just in case by some miracle they watch the show, or if anybody by some miracle knows. And Chris left again. All right. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, again, if for some reason if you do watch the show or somebody knows who that person is, please contact us, whether it be DMs or whatever, our website, email, whatever. All right, more comments. Chris, you're back.
Yes, this is a lot better. I'm not here with my fragmented computer. And it's funny because right before I connected here, all of a sudden you sounded crystal clear. Every other second it was terrible. So,
well, that shows you that even if you get a very low budget computer, how much better the show could be. Because look, even off of your phone, it's better than your current computer.
Well, but Danny, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not gonna go buy like some Roku computer. I want to get a good computer, a quality computer.
Then keep using your cell phone then instead of the computer, because obviously
no. I'm doing this in the meantime, in between time, Danny.
All right. So I was talking about.
I missed the whole story. Yes.
Well, my trip to DC, very short. There was a lady that really helped my wife and my daughter meet Trinity Rodman. If it wasn't for her, they probably wouldn't have met her. And she's an Inter Miami fan. So we've been trying to figure out how to find her. So we figured we throw a Hail Mary, and maybe if they're big Inter Miami fans, maybe they know about the show. Maybe by some chance they watch it. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. And Henry, can we talk World Cup? No. If you want to talk World Cup, we had a World Cup show this morning. That's the QR code. Battered Soccer Fans. We had a full episode this morning. Battered Soccer Fans, if you haven't already, make sure that you check out that channel. We spoke about the World Cup already this morning. All right, Chris. We had this conversation last time we were on here. And I told you, I don't want Dane St. Clair to be the starter anymore. I don't think he'll be the starter anymore. But I do not think that Rocco will be the starter. I told you this. Did I or did I not?
Yeah, but this is criminal. I understand where you're about to take this show. Because I don't know if you guys realized, but the backup goalkeeper for Cape Verde is none other than your boy CJ Dos Salsa, who was with the team, who could have been Rocco Blanco if you think about it. Like, imagine a world where CJ Dos Santos becomes the Rocco Blanco and saves us and helps us win a championship. Imagine that. And now we're going to take this 40-year-old geezer after getting a gajillion billion followers.
He had one hell of a World Cup, though.
He did. Okay, I'll give him some credit. He did pretty well in the World Cup. But this guy's 1,000 years old. This guy's a fossil.
Shout out to EMZ. He joined us this morning for our World Cup Battered Soccer shows. So shout out to you. He was with us this morning. Paredes over Casemiro. We're going to have a Casemiro conversation in a couple minutes because I think that conversation needs to be had. And Paredes, by the way, I thought he had the play of the game yesterday that nobody's talking about because Egypt was on a counterattack. It was 2-on-1, and him by himself stopped that counterattack, which could have led to their third goal. So I thought Paredes had a big stop, big moment.
So
All right.
look, Miami Sports is saying Vozinha come to Miami or Vozinha come to Miami. You know what, Miami Sports? I'm done with you, bro.
Shout out to Miami Sports for updating that picture. I remember I told you last time to update it.
I'm done with you, bro. There's no way I'm gonna take the slander. Okay, we need to have St. Clair sit. He's done. Okay, and not only does he need to sit because he's done for, but Rocco Blanco needs to take his seat on the throne that is his. I'm done with this bringing another goalie crap.
Rocco Blanco will forever be a backup. I know you hate to hear that, but he's going to be the backup.
Hold on. Let's let the voice of reason speak here, Danny. Stancy said it, and she said it to the people in the back. I don't want Vozinha. Get over it, Danny.
Why?
Because that's it. She said it, and it's over. Discussion's over.
But why don't you want him? Like,
because
look, I don't know
said
too much
so.
about him. I don't know too much about him.
Let me look at this guy.
I was talking to Will from MLS Moves this morning. We were talking about this. And I said, I'm not necessarily thrilled about this because he looks like Drake. So it's like Drake's uncle is coming over here to be the keeper. Like, why am I happy about this? I said, is he even good with his feet? From what Will was saying, he's like, he is good with his feet because I haven't watched a lot of Cape Verde during the World Cup. Honestly, I've been on vacation 2 out of the 3 weeks that the World Cup's been going on. So I haven't been able to watch as much as I thought I would. But he said that he is good with his feet. If he's good with his feet, all right, I'll take him. But if he's not, what the hell are we doing? Isn't that the issue we're having with Dane St. Clair? Everybody's like, yeah, but he's better. How do you know that? Again, I'll give you the same example that I gave with Dane St. Clair back in February. We need a sweeper keeper. Like, we need somebody that's accustomed to coming out of the box that can time those defensive sweeps because you're going to be facing long balls and counters all day. Can he do that? I don't know. I don't know too much about him. All I know is that he stood on his head against Spain. He had one hell of a game against Argentina. So I know he had a good World Cup, but does that mean he's a good keeper? I don't know. I mean, he's in the second division of the Portuguese league.
Can I? Yeah. So I'm looking this up, okay? Because now I'm starting to crack the code here. He is, like you said, in the second league in Liga Portugal. Okay. Now, looking into him, he was a backup in the last game. Okay. He's not a starter. He is a backup. And so here we are. He was a starter back on May 3rd, and they lost 3-2. He allowed 3 goals, that guy. Okay. And then
I'm not thrilled about it.
And then the next game and the game before that, I mean, first of all, his team is straight buns. Like, they allowed 4 goals the game before. They're in second league. This guy played 2 years with Chavez. Then he played 2 years with AS Trenčín, a Slovakian club. AEL Limassol, he played 5 years with them, and they're out of Cyprus. I don't know what to do with any of this information, Danny. The longest tenure he's had is with AEL Limassol, and that is a Cyprus team, which, I mean, do with that information whatever you want. But this guy is a nobody. And you know what Rocco is? He's a somebody. He won championships, 2 of them to be exact.
My thing with Vozinha is that he's 40 years old. And the best he's done, as far as I know, is playing the second division in the Portuguese league. I'm sorry. I don't know if that necessarily breeds a bunch of confidence into me about him being the starting keeper for a team that, again, it's constantly under pressure defending the counter. Now, I know that we picked up an 18-year-old Ecuadorian kid that's going to play center back. I already forgot his name. I believe his last name is Caicedo. So that's why everybody's like, oh, Caicedo, that's got to be good, right? That's all I know. But the way we play and the way as aggressive as we do it, right? Because everybody was really happy with the way the month of May ended because we were so aggressive, pushing numbers forward that we were scoring more, but we were leaving ourselves open to the counter. And I assume that we're gonna keep playing that way. And if we keep playing that way, is this guy gonna be able to handle that? I don't know if this is what we want right now. You know what? I think this is good for. I think this is good for Rocco getting a chance to be a playoff keeper again, because if the 40-year-old can't hang, by the time October comes around, they're going to make the switch again, and then Rocco, the backup, is going to be the starter for the playoffs. So that should actually work great into your hands.
Danny, no, but this is, again, it's just the disrespect. The level of disrespect is completely out of line right now. This guy, Fabricio Caicedo, like you just mentioned, he played for the Ecuador national team. The last team he played for was LDU Quito, which that's his current team. Aside from that, I mean, the guy has like no experience. This guy's a baby. This guy's 18 years old.
Yeah, he's 18. He's a development project. I don't think he'll be a starter right away. I think that he's going to be coming off the bench. Who knows if maybe he'll be a starter next year. But I don't think he's a starter this year. I don't think he's somebody that you should count on taking Lujan or man, it's been so long that Inter Miami's been playing that I'm already forgetting some of the names. It was Lujan and Mikhail. Jesus, wow.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you can count on any of them losing their job to him, at least not yet.
Oh, and again, I don't think that this guy is out to take anybody's job. I think he's going to be like a filler for rest time or for injuries. But the fact is that this goalkeeper thing is heating up because of the attention that this goalkeeper got. And I get it. I don't want it though. Sorry.
You know what I think is interesting? And I've said this on this show tons of times about how Inter Miami wants to carry itself like a big club. Like that. That's what Inter Miami is. They're going to be the big club of the MLS, of this side of the world, right?
Yeah.
And they can't carry themselves like Madrid or Barcelona or Manchester United. They don't have the money, or the salary constraints won't allow them to do anything like that. But what they can do is look for popular players after World Cup, like a Vozinha that plays in such a small country, in a small league, that won't require a lot of money, and bring them over. Because tell me, what player in the World Cup, outside of the already stars, was a bigger star this World Cup? I think Vozinha is as big as they got, right?
Yeah, I think that he got the most attention. Most attention for
that's
sure.
what a big club does. I remember in 2018, Yeri Mina from Colombia, scrub, but he had a couple big goals with his head. He scored 3 headers in that 2018, a big one against England. And what does Barcelona do? Barcelona, for some reason, signs him. He lasted like half a season there, I think. But that's what a big club does. Oh, you had a good performance at the World Cup? Come on. And I think Inter Miami is carrying themselves like a big club. Vozinha, okay. You're the biggest star of the World Cup outside of obviously the big stars. Come on down. And let me tell you something. That's going to get a lot of attention. If he were to sign, that's going to be headlines. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is real, but this has to be a short-term solution, right? That this has to only be until the end of the season. The man is 40. I don't know if he turns 41 this year or next year, but maybe 41. Like, you can't count on him for the future. Like, this has to be a very short-term, like, PR move for the moment.
I love this. Miami Sports, Richard Rios, come on down. I mean, that's not going to happen.
25. No way.
That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
He's one that didn't have a good World Cup. He didn't even play.
Yeah. Now, look, Lee is saying anything to get rid of Dane St. Clair. One World One Goes saying you can do a 6-month contract.
Yeah.
Again, what's going to end up happening is, and just to get off of this goalkeeper nonsense, because I still feel like this is completely out of line. Rocco Blanco is going to take the job from whoever comes here. And I just want everyone to know that. He's stealing that job back. And we're going to win a championship this year, and it's going to be off the back of Rocco.
Well, he just turned 40. So Vozinha just turned 40.
Oh.
So
He's on the right side of 40, huh?
Yeah. I mean, if there's a right side, it's definitely at the beginning of it.
Yeah, for sure. Now,
So yeah.
everybody's already asked this question. Are we signing Casa? Which, by the way, I just want everyone to know that Fricio Caicedo signing is not like Inter Miami official or anything. It's just a rumor. And then this signing Casemiro thing, again, there's nothing like official out there. It's still like a boiling room, water boiling
No, it's
sort of
happening.
rumor.
I think Fabricio already came out and said it. Fabricio Romano already came and said that it's happening. Like it's not
Yeah,
official technically, but he already
it's
came
not
out and said it's
official.
happening. But it's
Yes.
happening.
And then shout out to 89J Stubbs with a 499 super slam before I get to Augustine's disrespectful comment. Danny, I really thought Colombia could have went really far if they had any type of goal scorer / striker. Also, you're right about Cass. He has to play offensively.
This is the thing with Colombia, and again, if like I was saying about the Heat show earlier, we also do a Colombia show, Battered Cafeteros. If you want to hear, if you're Colombian and you want to hear about that, or if you just want to hear about Colombia, they have no striker. That's been the weakness for Colombia since forever, and it's really bad when in 2018, the last World Cup they participated in, your leading goal scorer was a center back, Yerry Mina, and now you're here 8 years later, and your leading goal scorer is a right back, Daniel Munoz. Like this shows you that there's a serious problem in that country when it comes to strikers. And you know what the worst part is? Is that Mexico's star performer this World Cup, Quiñones, Colombian. Go figure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
there
you go.
I wanted to mention here, just so I don't gloss over it, Augustine's disrespectful comment says, KBD, come on, no one can take you seriously from that angle. I just changed it, Augustine. So there you go. Maybe I'll add the microphone just for aesthetics.
I mean, it helps.
Yeah.
All right. So Vozinha, I think, might be coming. I'm hearing a lot about it. So maybe this might actually happen. I think it's a short-term solution. I don't really see how good he's going to be. Like, I really don't know if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. What I do know is that I didn't want Dane St. Clair back. Is he going to be better than Dane St. Clair? I have absolutely no idea. What I do know is that Dane St. Clair, it felt like he had lost his confidence. It felt like he was making boneheaded mistakes. And then after losing his starting position at the World Cup, which is probably the biggest reason he came to Miami, I feel like his head isn't in a good place anyway. Like, he needs a fresh start somewhere else. Like possibly another country, like go to another league or something. So that's the only positive that I didn't want to see Dane St. Clair back just because he's not in a good headspace. And there's some players that with some time off kind of get the whole like prove them wrong type of mentality. But I really don't care to find out if that's him or not. Like I'm just, and he didn't play in the World Cup. So like if you want to run down the World Cup performances, Dane St. Clair didn't play. So nobody scored on him, so that's good.
Yeah, I think that the fact that he got his starting role stolen from him screams volumes. And I don't know what kind of shape mentally he's going to be in when he comes back. I can't anticipate that it's either going to be very good or very bad. Maybe he had some time to kind of decompress and like kind of lock in now into the full MLS season now. But I can't imagine because in reality, if he didn't start, Danny, and he got the role stolen from him, they lost. He probably doesn't feel like an immense pressure off of that. So I can't imagine that he got affected in some grandeur way, right? Like maybe he's just like, look, I got my job stolen. I'll give it another shot in 4 years, and it's time to lock in.
Nah, I think that was the final blow. He went from goalkeeper of the year to having a horrible first half of the year with Miami to losing his starting job. I'm sorry. I think mentally he's gone. I wouldn't want him back right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dane St. Clair, hopefully he comes back in some better mindset or whatever the case is. He's 29 years old. So by the time that they play a World Cup again, he's going to be 33.
Shout out to Brian OB84. Krematki was permanently sold, so he is no longer a member of Inter Miami.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sold to Parma. So that was an off-season update. That was cool. So we went through Dane St. Clair. We
Now
went
let's
through
go
this
to.
Vozinha crap. We
All
went
right.
through Casemiro.
We didn't really
We
go over Casemiro.
okay, fine.
Okay, so two things about Casemiro. First of all, it's Casemiro, not Casemiro, which was interesting, which we talked about, I think, on the last show.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
So that's one thing. And second thing, he looked not good. He looked like he looked when he first got to Manchester United. When he first got to Manchester United, he looked slow. He looked off. He didn't have a good first year at Manchester United. Picked it up. He had a hell of a year last year. I don't know if he's tired or what,
Yeah.
but he didn't look good in the World Cup. I'm not a fan of him coming. I'm not a fan of the signing. I'm not. I've told you that from the start. Not because he's not better than Bright. So for everybody's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Blah, blah. Look, I get it. Level-wise, yes, he is a better footballer than Yannick Bright. But for this team at this moment, we don't need a Casemiro. We don't.
This is what makes me nervous. This is what makes me nervous, though, Danny, because it's mentioned Busan is saying, when is Casemiro signing? We play in 2 weeks. We need him to adjust. Casemiro isn't even like confirmed. The first game back, 89J Stubbs, is like in 3 weeks.
That's in 2 weeks. It's today's
2 weeks.
Today's the 8th. The first game back is the 22nd. So it's exactly 14 days away.
Ooh, baby.
MLS is back almost, yeah.
I can't wait. I've been dying for this. I've been dying. Like, as much as it's been nice to watch the World Cup, I'm just not as invested as I am with Inter Miami. And it's crazy, that realization.
I haven't thought about Inter Miami at all over the last couple of weeks.
Well, that's because you got a dog in the race. Like, I can care less. Like, you know, I mean, not that I can care less. I obviously wanted US to win, but like, I'm not invested as much as I've been in like Inter Miami stuff, you know?
Yeah, no, I've been really into the World Cup. So I haven't even thought about Inter Miami. Here and there, like obviously we do this show and then I keep up with Inter Miami and stuff, but like for the most part, like it's been an afterthought. I've really, you know what I've really been into outside of the World Cup over Inter Miami? The Miami Heat with Giannis and everything. So that's also been keeping me kind of distracted from Inter Miami. But now all of a sudden today, when we decided to do the show today, I was like, holy crap, it's 14 days away when we come back. And once the season starts again, you know, me and Chris dive all the way in. We've been doing what we did 3 or 4 shows over the last month and a half or 2 months almost.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're going to jump back to like 4 or 5 shows a week. So,
yeah, it's going to be wild.
We jump all the way back in. So make sure you join us for all that stuff. So Casemiro, I'm not a fan of it. I think that it's a waste of a signing, much like I used to think what the Rodrigo de Paul was. Not because Rodrigo de Paul wasn't going to be a good player, but because at the time
it was
unnecessary. An abundance of players in that position.
Yep.
We had Busquets. We had at the time we had Redondo. We had Bright. Like
we still had a lot.
We still had Kremak. Like we still had a bunch of players there. I was like, man, we got other holds. Let's fill the other holds. But you know, whatever. We got with DePaul. Busquets eventually retired. Kremaki left. Redondo left. All right, it works out. Yeah. But again, now we're back to here. Again, another center defensive midfielder. Why? He's old.
Still got Segovia. Still got Bright. Still got David Ruiz. Like, we still have Ayala. Like, people RDP. Are forgetting. Yeah, like, people are forgetting we have so many midfielders. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like, do you really see Casemiro coming in here and being like, oh, you know what? That issue we were having with Berterame and Suarez and stuff, guess what? Casemiro solves that? No, he doesn't solve that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And if he's going to look, if our lineup looks like this when the season starts, that's right. I have a Vozinha back there already, just to disrespect.
Oh, that's disgusting.
But if you have the lineup looking like this, and all of a sudden Bright isn't there, and your last line of defense is Casemiro back there, I'm telling you, they're gonna put up goals. Yes, you want to say we want to outscore the opposition? That's fine. That's fun. That's fun. Let's have fun. Let's win games 4-5. That's fun. But I'm telling you, we're gonna give up goals because Casemiro cannot defend the counter. That man has no pace. Segovia, you know what? God bless him.
He's been better defensively.
Put some effort. He also has no pace. Suarez, not defending. Messi is the only one that it's okay. Put out the lawn chair. You don't have to defend, sir. Everybody else has to pick up the slack. But guess what? there's going to be a lot of counters, and Casemiro shouldn't be that guy back there that we're counting on to be the last line of defense in front of our center backs. So I'm not happy about the Casemiro signing at the moment.
Shout out to Xavier Penny's being completely honest, saying, I forgot about these guys. Listen, we sometimes forget about these guys too.
I forgot about Mikael's name for a while.
No, I was thinking that they were talking that Xavier's talking about us.
Oh,
I forgot about these guys. Like us.
Casemiro playing defensive midfielder will allow DePaul to play more offensively. Busen, have you not been watching the first half of the year? He's already getting to play more offensively. Yannick Bright has been playing that position by himself. They let DePaul and Segovia move up and be more offensive. So, like, that's not changing. DePaul was already given that freedom with Bright back there. And guess what? Bright's been doing a good job. He hasn't been doing a bad job. Like, nobody's like, oh, that's one of the players we need to find the replacement for. Nobody's saying that about Bright. But guess what?
Yeah.
He's the one that's going to get replaced. How does that make any sense? We've said that about fullbacks. We've said that about center backs. We've said that about the lack of wings. We've said that about striker. We've said that about so many people. Guess the one of the few people that have been doing their job on this team is Yannick Bright. You do your job, and guess what? You lose your job? That makes absolutely no sense.
No, I mean, you lose your job, and then according to Xavier, you're out here doing Uber Eats to pay for your little Havana. Well, he doesn't live in little Havana anymore. And your little Miami Lakes apartment, since he got that raise. Bang! 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 Shout out to T. Falves saying Capo Verde not top. Happy to see the live show again. And for some reason, in Miami signs Vozinha, it'll be the first Miami keeper kit for me. You know, I looked into the Cabo Verde, and like, I think that a lot of people there speak Portuguese. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's the native language. It's their native language.
Yeah, very interesting. And it's a beautiful, like, it looks like a very nice island. Like, I don't get it. And then, you know what? I've noticed that there's like a lot of like sort of like, I mean, look at CJ Dos Santos. I think he's like some sort of a Latino player, like a Latino with Cape Verde sort of parents. So I think that's really cool.
Booston said owners want 1 trillion new Brazilian fans to coach. Well, I don't think that Casemiro moves that needle. Like, I don't think you're going to get a bunch of new Brazilian fans just because Casemiro's here.
Yeah.
Neymar were to come, that moves the Brazilian needle.
Yes, it
I don't
does.
think Casemiro's doing that. And let me make sure that I clarify this real quick, Chris. I'm sorry to cut you off, but just real quick. If Casemiro comes and he plays like he played for Manchester United last year, that's great. But I don't think that that's going to necessarily improve what the weakness has been for this team.
No, not at all.
Because the position that he's coming to fill is not currently a weakness. Now, if you go ahead and you let him push up and you put Bright back there, and then unfortunately Segovia loses his job, okay, that makes more sense to me. Even though I think Segovia isn't bad, that makes more sense to me. But if you're bringing in Casemiro to replace Yannick Bright in the starting lineup, that's when I think you're messing up. Because I think Yannick Bright at the moment is doing a good job back there.
What a message. Rico de la Vega saying Inter Miami should play a friendly against Cape Verde as well as as Prison Service FC. That'd be a fantastic little tournament there. Don't forget the defense force. I think the only other people that we have to go over, Danny, is Argentina with Messi and Rodrigo de Paul. But before we do that, let's not trace over the fact that our past players, Miller, also represented Canada as well. I already mentioned CJ Dos Santos. I don't remember catching any other
Diego Gomez.
Oh, Diego Gomez, that's right. Yeah, how can you forget about him, right? I mean,
he's still waiting for your apology letter.
What do you mean? It got to where it got to. I don't know if he signed for it or if, he sent the yellow card to go sign for it. I don't know, but he's got tons of those.
Argentina. So, like I was telling you, the tournament's been going on for like a little over 3 weeks now. I was on vacation for 2 of those weeks, so I haven't been able to watch like full 90 minutes like I've wanted to. Like I've watched the first half, watched the second half, watched it like 20 minutes at a time whenever I'm somewhere. So the only games that I made sure that I was like available for the full game was Colombia and USA.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to sit down and watch a full Argentina game from start to finish. I got to watch, was it yesterday at this point or the day before?
Yeah.
Argentina, Egypt, full 90 minutes. Now, I know that the chat has been watching the Argentina game. So you guys tell me, and Chris, if you've watched it, you let me know also. Rodrigo de Paul looked terrible that game. And like, I mean terrible. He was giving the ball away left and right. Has he looked like that the whole tournament? I know he had a beautiful pass, a beautiful assist that cut right through. He dissected the defense to Messi in that first game where Messi had the hat trick. I remember seeing that and I was like, oof, that is world class. But I haven't seen a full 90 minutes. I watched the full 90 minutes of the Egypt game. Rodrigo de Paul looked terrible. Terrible.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think that Rodrigo de Paul has started a couple games. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he did start I think he started the last 2 games. If I remember correctly. I do remember that he started the last 2. I know the game before that he didn't start. And I don't know if it was because of rest or if they wanted to play other players, but I do remember that like I'm looking right now against Egypt. Against Egypt, he did start. He was subbed off. He got a 6.2 rating on Google.
Like I said, that's the first 90 minutes I watched him, and he didn't play the full 90, but I watched before the game. Dude, he was giving the ball away left and right. I was like, what the hell's going on with this guy? Like everybody tells me that he like shows up for Argentina big time. And when I saw the highlights of the first 2 games or so, I was like, oh man, he looks like he's doing pretty well. But I got to finally sit down and like just watch the whole game, and I was like, oh, he looks terrible.
And against Cape Verde, he was rated 6.0 and he started. I mean, what a disaster. Yeah, I mean, and that's after the group stage.
Egypt was by far the worst game. I hope so, because if there was anything worse than that, I was like, man, this guy looks really off.
Well, I mean,
in the group stages, Messi looked good. Argentina did not, and were showing flaws. Well, Messi carried them the first during the group stage. They had like 7 or 8 goals, and he had like 6 of them. Like he carried them in the group stage.
Can I mention something? I think the one thing I noticed about Rodrigo de Paul watching him play for Argentina is that I feel like he knows his fucking place on that team. He knows he's not like a big wig, like he can run the show.
Like he's not bitching at like
he's not fucking bitching at not a person. He's there playing the system and doing whatever the coach is asking him to do. But like the way he plays with Inter Miami is just a complete mess, screaming at everybody, rolling around, doesn't return back on defense, pushes up too high on offense. Like it's night and day what I've seen in the World Cup versus
but
playing
the quality
with
in
Inter
Argentina is better.
Well, that's the thing, right? But that's why I'm saying, like, I think he knows his role, and he's like, I can't be that guy on this team. I can't. Yeah, he literally knows his. Shout out to Wowo goal. Yes.
Well, yeah, that was alarming when I saw him. I was like, man, like I hope he's not like playing like that. And that's like his form at the moment, because that wasn't good. But people are saying that he had a good group stage, so maybe it was just the Egypt game. I'm hoping so. I mean, obviously, I'll be watching from now on because I'm not going on any more vacations this week, this month. So I'll be able to watch the rest.
They play on Saturday.
So Rodrigo de Paul, like I said, St. Clair didn't play at all. Goodbye. Casemiro, wish you weren't coming. You are. Hopefully, you can catch some good momentum and play good. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And hopefully that you're not taking Bright's spot. Hopefully you're taking Segovia's spot. And I think that that'll be really good, because if he can contribute in the attack more than on the defense, I think that that'd be the best move. And then RDP, again, the first time I got to watch him for a full 90 was the Egypt game. I thought he looked terrible, but according to the chat, he's been okay for most of the World Cup, but it's been the last 2 games that he hasn't looked good. So let's keep our hopes up that when he gets back over here, that he is okay. And then we only have one more person to talk about.
And 89J Stubbs blast in saying Argentina. It's literally just a better version of Inter Miami. Very similar. Messi creating everything with the high line. I feel like I'm watching Inter Miami.
You know what? It's funny.
Cool.
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking that.
Yeah, you could see it.
Like, people kill Inter Miami for being Messi dependent, but it looks like Argentina is similar in that aspect.
Yep.
But yet they are the favorites to play against France in the final.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, but how's Inter Miami going to do when they're depending on Messi so much? It looks like wherever Messi goes, that's the smart play.
Yes, typically.
You got Messi, use him, play through him.
Yeah,
like it makes sense, right? It's worked out for Inter Miami so far, at least in the league, and it's worked out for Argentina so far.
Yeah.
RDP is looking tired, and he is not playing well and being subbed off every game. Yeah, well, hopefully he gets some rest because he's still got half a season to go.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not.
Julian Alvarez is playing like Berterame. Yeah.
I want to ask this question. I don't know if maybe it's a far-fetched to ask it here, maybe in the MLS show. How do you think the MLS players fared in the World Cup? Because you got Almiron, who played for Paraguay. You know, Son played for South Korea. You had James played for Colombia. Like,
dude, the South Korean coach had to come back to the States.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Come back to the States. You know what we didn't talk about on the MLS show, and I guess I'll bring it up here in a second, even though it has nothing to do with Inter Miami and it has nothing to do with the MLS, but I just thought it was interesting. You saw Uruguay got grouped and they didn't get out of their group.
Yes.
You know, Uruguay canceled all their flights, and they're like, you know what? You guys got to find your own way home.
No way.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, they're like, you know, figure it out. We're not paying for your flight home.
But you know what?
That is wild. They're like, you embarrassed this country. You are a disgrace. Figure it out. And they canceled their charter flights and they made them find their own way home. I mean, they're all rich. Like, they could afford it, but like, that's
of course. But now you got to book your own thing. You got to sit there and look for a Frontier flight. Like,
I mean, wild.
But you know what? That fits the bill. Like, with the way that like Solana talks about Uruguay and Uruguayan football, like, that's the kind of move I expect from like Uruguayan coaches. Like, dude, you guys fucking shit the bed. Like, catch the train, buddy.
Oh, Brian saying the story ended up being not true. Oh, man. Well, I hope it is true.
Don't tell us that, Brian. I don't believe you. I'm sticking with the same story Danny just said. Solana made the call. Busan just said Solana made the call. Solana got on the horn. He's like, cancel all these fucking flights. Get these guys on fucking boats. Get them back there.
Let me tell you something. You know what I really was hoping for that didn't end up happening? And I'm surprised. Like, I didn't think Uruguay was going to win it all, but I thought they would end up second in the group.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for Uruguay-Argentina. Because I wanted to see Solana. Solana would have been unbearable those days leading into that.
My goodness.
Could you imagine somehow Uruguay eliminates Argentina? Oh my God. Everybody here in the chat would have hated that guy. It would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious. He would have been, and if for some reason, if Uruguay would have lost and there was at any point a controversial call, could you imagine? He would have calluses in his thumbs with how much tweeting he would have done, with all the pictures he would have put up. Oh man, I wanted Uruguay versus Argentina so much just to see Solana just lose his crap.
No, but let me tell you, honestly, I think if Uruguay would have beat Argentina, that would have been my favorite 2 weeks on Twitter.
Oh,
like, I would have just sat there. I would have just sat there on Solana's page, just refresh the whole time. I need me more Solana.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the Uruguay story. And then Son, real quick, now that somebody brought up Son is washed. Yeah. Son has had a really bad half of the year. The only thing he played well in Champions Cup, but in the regular season, he's played poorly. Tell me how he made the All-Star game.
I mean, he made the All-Star game because it's Son. Like, what do you mean?
But like, is it fan voting or is it like you get nominated by like?
No, it's fan voting. It's coach fan voting, and it's player voting. Like, it's like 3.
The only way Son makes it on there and it's legit is if it's like fan voting. Because if it's not fan voting, he didn't deserve to be there.
Well, and you know, it's funny. I've been seeing a lot of the publication of like the game, and Messi's not on it.
Yeah, Messi's on there.
I don't
he's not
see.
gonna
I don't.
play. He's not. Yeah, I saw it
He's
already. He's there. He's not going to show up. He's not
yeah,
going to
he's
play.
on the roster,
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm saying.
he's not like in the promo pictures.
Because they know that he's not going to show up. They
There's
can't
no
promote
way.
him.
You think they're gonna? You think he's gonna blow him away? You think he's gonna blow him off? He's gonna be like, I'm not gonna go.
When is the All-Star game?
It's actually. Let me tell you something. I looked it up. It's on July 29th at Charlotte FC Stadium.
July 29th. All right. So when does Inter Miami play their next game after that?
Hold on, because I had the schedule.
August 1st. All right. I'm going to sell my August 1st tickets because Messi's not playing that game.
Well, Danny, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think he should blow them off. I think he should go play the game. And you know what? I looked up the tickets. It's like 16, 18 bucks. So if any of you live near Charlotte or want to make a trip out of it, like 16 bucks a pop. I mean, it's Wednesday, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday.
Messi's getting suspended for that Columbus game because he's not going to show up to the All-Star game.
There's no way. There's no way. You think he's not going to show up? Hold on. I'm going to put this on a poll. I'm going to put this on a poll.
Yeah.
I haven't put a poll up.
Solana's team is Uzbekistan. I know. Solana, we did a preview of the World Cup, and he's like, yo, watch out for Uzbekistan. They're a dark horse. Like, what are you talking about? Uzbekistan is the dark horse. That's almost as bad as when you chose Jamaica to win the Copa America.
Listen, they had a chance, okay? They had
Messi
a
will
chance.
be on vacation. Yeah, Messi's not participating in that All-Star game. He's going to get suspended for a game.
I need
Messi
votes
play
here,
in the
guys.
MLS. You know what? Why didn't you do this for the Vozinha? This is a stupid poll. You should have done the
Because you know
Vozinha poll.
what? No, because I'm not going to do a stupid poll for a stupid guy.
Goalie poly. Oh,
I'm not
goalie
gonna do it. I'm not going to.
goalie polies. We got done giving polls to the goals.
So you want me to do a goalie poly then?
Yes, finally, this is a good reason to do it.
Okay,
Do you
all
want
right.
Vozinha? Finally, we have a reason to do it.
Hold on, man, because now I got to look up how to write this guy's freaking name.
Shout out to Pepto. Yes, absolutely. Colombia folded. So yeah, Messi's going to get suspended for sure. He won't play that Columbus game, the game after. But he'll be available for the Leagues Cup on August 5th.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the chat. I'm gonna stop the voting. I'm gonna stop the poll, and 100% of you.
This is your time to shine, Chris.
100% of you voted no to Messi playing the All-Star game. Here's your goalie poly. Okay, Vozinha, yes or no? Okay.
While people vote for this, I want them to get rid of the All-Star game. I think it's so stupid. It's such a waste of 2 days.
Who do they play?
Such a waste of time. Do they play anybody? Isn't it like East? I don't know. Maybe they play against the Mexican All-Stars. I don't know. I just think it's so dumb.
Well,
I
they
think
usually
it's
play
dumb.
the Mexican All-Stars.
I think it's dumb. It's a waste of time. Like, nobody takes that crap seriously. There's no All-Star game that I could take seriously. The only one that comes close to me, like, it's not that bad, is the baseball All-Star game. And that's because you can go 100%. Because you don't, like, risk yourself of, like, getting injured or anything. You're just playing another game. But outside of that, I hate the All-Star game.
I'm looking it up, and it is against Liga MX. So it is like Liga MX versus MLS. So it's not East versus West. And we basically have a bunch of losers at goalkeeper. Crepeau blew it for Canada. Matt Freese blew it for United States. Brian Schweike, and he got voted in. It wasn't
How's
a coach's
Chris Brady
selection.
not on there?
Yeah, I don't get it. You know what's funny is
How is
that
Andrew Thomas not on there from Seattle? This is stupid.
There's
Crepeau over
some-
Andrew Thomas?
there's some players that were coach's selection, commissioner's pick, or voted in. So, for example, coach's selection is Peter Musa. Commissioner's pick is Julian Hall from Red Bull. And voted in is Messi and Son.
Okay, well, that makes more sense.
Hani Mukhtar got voted in. And Sebastian Berhalter. Ooh. Sebastian Berhalter got some MLS pull, Poppy.
I mean, to me, I think he was on his one of the in the conversations for MVP. Man, I think that he's had a great season so far.
All right, let's yeah.
Well, just real quick before you finalize that, you know what's one thing? The MLS has been off so long that I forgot a lot about it.
Yeah.
Like I was
I
like I told you guys earlier, I was talking to Will from MLS Moves, and he's like, "Do you even remember who the leaders in the East and West are right now?"
No.
I mean, I remember the top 2 teams from each conference. I remember Vancouver and San Jose from the West, and I remember Nashville and Miami from the East. But I don't remember how any of the other stuff is going. Like, this was a really long break, and I get it, and I think it was good that they didn't play through it, but I think it was a really big lost opportunity because what they're doing next year with starting the year in August, or I'm sorry, late July, this was the year to do that. Like, you have the World Cup here in the United States. You should be like giving commercials like every 10 times a game. Like, hey, by the way,
MLS,
the domestic league, the brand new season starts in like 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. Check it out. We got Messi, we got Son, we got Lewandowski, we got Griezmann. Like, check us out. Like, and they haven't done a good job of that. And it was a really big loss to not have started the new calendar right after the World Cup. The fact that they're doing it next summer, I think was really dumb, and it was a missed opportunity to grow the league.
Wouldn't it have been a smart idea to just throw a ton of MLS commercials in every USA game?
Yes.
Like, what that would have been, just spam everyone.
Absolutely.
With Hani Mukhtar, Messi,
Griezmann, Lewandowski,
Yes.
like all these new big names. They had 40 million people watch that Belgium USA game. Do you have any idea how many people would have tuned in if they would have beat Belgium and they would have made it to the quarterfinals against Spain? Like, that would have been the highest rated soccer game of all time, at least USA. Like, that would have been huge. Big opportunity missed there also. But whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, Lewandowski's on his way. Shout out to Sean.
As a member, what's up?
So Lewandowski's on his way. Griezmann's on his way. And like I said, I forgot a lot of the stuff that was happening in the first half of the year. A lot of the signings. If you are also feeling the same way, make sure you follow Battered Soccer Fans, just because we are going to start next week. We're going to start having kind of like a recap, and that is right there on the top left. That's the QR code for the Battered Soccer Fans. We cover a lot of MLS on there, USMNT, but a lot of MLS. And we're going to have guests on to kind of give us a recap of the first half of the year. We need a refresher before the season kicks off again in like 10 days. So we got to make sure that you subscribe to that channel if you haven't already, and we'll be doing that starting next week.
So
go ahead.
Before I end the goalie poly, okay, Nick with a perfect comment saying, let's not overhype a 40-year-old because of 2 really good games. And then Busan saying, bro had 2 good games in 4 decades. Well, the masses have decided that 61% of you say Vozinha yes to the goalie poly. Shame on you guys. Shame.
Shout out to Francisco. Cafeteros. Yes, Los Cafeteros is another podcast we've been doing, keeping up with Colombian soccer. Shout out to One More One Goal. Look, Dane St. Clair can't be the starter here anymore. I think that's clear. He can't be the starter here anymore. I'm not a huge fan of Vozinha, but
here's the but, bro.
But in your case, for Rocco Blacco, I told you a week or 2 ago that there's no way that Rocco Blacco is the starter when they come back. At least maybe for the first game or 2 until the new player comes in. But he's not the permanent starter moving forward. But if you want Rocco to be the starter, Vozinha is probably your best bet. Because if they bring somebody better that can actually do the job, Rocco Blacco might stay a backup for the rest of the year. If they bring in Vozinha, maybe he's good, maybe he's not. The man is 40 years old. I don't know if he's ready to be playing against all these counters. There's a good job. He loses his job, and then you get Rocco Blacco for the playoffs again. So I really do believe that in your case, I'm telling you, the only way Rocco Blacco gets back on there is if Vozinha comes.
I don't think that used car salesman is going to take a chance like Mascherano did at the end, pulling a seasoned goalkeeper and putting in Rocco Blocco to clutch it up for us. I don't see him doing that. I see him going to the lot and selling a couple Honda Civics and just letting the old guys play goalkeeper or the same Dane St. Clair play goalkeeper and hope that Messi carries us to the promised land.
If Vozinha comes as a sub, no chance he's a starter. If he comes, he's absolutely a starter.
Oh, wow. You're already giving him the position? He hasn't even competed again. So he's competed for it with the followers that he just got on Instagram?
No, he competed it because he played well against two of the top teams in the world, which are Spain and Argentina. Who has Rocco Blocco played well against? Sam Surridge?
Well, Rocco Blocco helped hoist a trophy.
Right.
In Miami.
And he faced like 10 shots in a month. Guess what? Vozinha faced like 18 shots in just those 2 games against top players in the world. I'm not saying that I want the guy, but I'm telling you, he's going to start over Rocco Blocco if he comes.
Oh, man. If he does, man, shame on you, dude. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Nick's asking, how did he play against Uruguay? Remind me. I don't remember.
Yeah, everybody's telling you to go watch the game.
They drew. Uruguay drew with them. So I'm assuming he played well.
Shame on you, dude. Danny doesn't know any ball. T. Falves. Okay? I'd rather get CJ Dos Santos back than this guy. Give me CJ Dos Santos back.
Claudio, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Claudio. Don't be saying things like that.
I mean, they might as well. They're going to need it to play the Knicks. Are you kidding me?
Fucking Knicks suck. God. Worst NBA champion of all time. You know, the first game back for Inter Miami on July 22nd, you know who they're going to be hosting?
No, I don't know.
Lewandowski.
Oh, that's sexy.
Ooh, that's a sexy game.
That's
right
sexy.
There.
That's sexy. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, Chris, I think we've covered everything. It's fun, man. I love doing this show. We do. I mean, I do, and Chris also does more, but we do a bunch of different shows, but this is by far my favorite. You guys are by far my favorite chat, and I look forward to Inter Miami coming back and us doing these more often. But we probably won't be back on here until next week. But we will be back with Battered Soccer Fans and all those other shows. And if you're a Heat fan, I promise you, I'll be back doing that show a couple more times in the coming days because it's the off season and that LeBron rumor is
things are shaking up.
Yeah, so make sure that you follow that. Let me put that one up. I'm going to put that one up right now. That QR code right there. That's for the Battered Heat fans. If you are a Heat fan, make sure you subscribe to that channel and do all that other stuff. All right, Chris, any final words?
No, man. I really cannot wait for this season to start. Like, I know everybody's enjoying the World Cup, but I'm like literally waiting. You forgot to talk about this. What about the Hardaway situation? Yeah, Hardaway got, Hardaway Jr. signed. So,
oh man, I talked about it on the Heat. Look, we've put out a lot of episodes over the last, I want to say 2 weeks or so. So again, if you are a Miami Heat fan and you haven't already, Battered Heat fans, we're dropping episodes. I mean, it feels like almost every day. We dropped episode number 100 yesterday, episode 101 this morning. I don't think we'll be doing anything else. And Brian says, are we streaming on any other channels? Yes, Battered Soccer Fans. Again, we talk a lot of MLS. We talked about a lot of USMNT. Battered Cafeteros, if you're Colombian, you want to hear about Colombia. Battered Heat fans, if you want to hear about the Heat. If you are any New Yorkers out there that are Mets fans, we got Battered Mets fans going. Marlins fans, we're coming back next week. Battered Marlins fans, by the way, the Marlins are the hottest team in baseball right now. I took a break from talking Marlins during the World Cup, but once the All-Star game next week is over, we're coming back to the Battered Marlins fans. So Battered Dolphins fans, training camp starts next week, in 2 weeks. So make sure you tune in for that. So yes, plenty of channels, but if you're talking about just football, Battered Soccer Fans is where you want to find us. All right. I guess I'll ask it again. Chris, any final words?
No, man. It was nice to do the show again. And we're gonna get the timing down, AJ. We're just kind of doing this while we can, whenever we find the opportunities. There's no games going on. So what do you mean? Can we coordinate with other Inter Miami channels? Oh, I
They all come
see.
on at the same time. Really?
Yeah, listen.
Because we usually do Monday and Wednesday nights at 9:00. Today we came on a little earlier, but usually it's Monday and Wednesday nights at 9:00, and then we do preview shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays whenever there's a preview show. So
listen,
I'm
we're going to
surprised.
be on when a lot of other people are going to be on because we're on a lot. So I think the only people that are not going to. The only people that are not going to be on at the same time as us is Peter and Uncle Ed. Other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, and when we try to avoid, we love Peter and Uncle Ed, and we so we don't go on Sundays at 7:00 because out of respect to them, we don't want to step on their toes. Yeah. So, but we're on a lot. And then again, look, Battered Heat fans, for all you basketball fans, make sure you jump on. We're talking about the next year's NBA champs, so join us on there. All right. If you're listening on audio, we appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave 5 stars in a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Chris, when are you starting the Battered Jamaican fans?
I don't know. I'm going to have to hit up Justin and see what we can do about that.
Oh, Jamaican Justin for sure. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We'll be back next week, probably talking Battered Herons, unless some crazy stuff happens from here to then. If Vozinha becomes official at any point, we'll probably come on and talk about that. But if not, catch us probably on Monday when we come back. So until the next one, have a good one.